Yeah, I mean, and it's such an ongoing story because, in a way, a lot of the story was about the fact that there had been a decade of a repressive government, and then there was a sense of that this is coming to some kind of conclusion at the end of the Thatcher era, and there was a reconnection with each other. You know, it had been very tribal during the Thatcher era, which was if you were a goth, you hated punks, and if you were a punk, you hated dancer. You know, as in it was there was cross pollination in some scenes, and I'm sure there's always exceptions, but generally it was tribal. And then those tribes came together at the end of the 80s, start of the 90s, and there was a feeling of different groups connecting to each other, all in the same space, all in my particular focus, you know, on the dance floor, or not even a dance floor, in a field out in the middle of nowhere, listening to the same music, smiling, you know, connecting with people that you would never normally have talked to, you know, every race, every culture, city and country, rich and poor, black, white, Asian, everybody in the same space. And it was a unifying culture, and it was where music had this power back then. And it seems to be a very strong reaction to the oppressive times that it came from, as a reaction against. And then that in some ways bled into when it fractured into different kind of directions after the criminal justice bill and the oppression of the sort of particular party scene, and also the traveller scene, very strong oppression of the traveller scene. Afterwards it split into a multitude of different directions, and they spawned their own cultural story, and some of that was very much along the party line. So, you know, European, the technovals, all of this thing that became bigger in some ways, in many ways, than the English thing, and then also the protest movements. And you know, I've spoken to people who have said that the line of the protest movement came out of the sort of remnants of the free party scene, and became, you know, the Newbury bypass, and then became Reclaim the Streets, and then some of those people got involved in Occupy, and then some of those people were inspired by Occupy. So it's like it became a sort of a story of seeing where this energy flowed out from this original moment. And of course now we are in a situation with, again, a somewhat oppressive government situation in the UK, and ironically they're trying to force through another very draconian bill connected to trespass that's going to demonise travelling communities, that's going to demonise protesters, that's going to make it illegal to have a one-person protest that is annoying somebody. I mean, it's unbelievable, you know.
I mean, that sounds like a Monty Python sketch.
It's you know, annoyance. I mean, it is shocking, isn't it, that, you know, one person could cause so much annoyance that they could be arrested and thrown in jail for 1 year. I mean, it could be used in the most draconian way. So the term "kill the bill," which came as a result of the criminal justice bill, is back again.